She doesn't know yet. Right now, she's probably in her kitchen, making her tea the way she always does. 1 bag, 2 sugars, left to steep for exactly 4 minutes because that's how her mother taught her and she's never changed it. She has no idea that in about 40 minutes, when you walk through her front door, her life is going to change. And yours already has. She has lived in that house for 26 years. She moved in when you were 3 years old. You don't remember the moving day, but she's told the story enough times that it feels like a memory. The way she carried boxes while your father held you on his hip. The way the previous owners left a plant by the door that she kept alive for 11 years until it finally gave up. That house has been the address of your entire childhood. The kitchen where she helped you with homework at the table after dinner. The hallway where she measured your height every birthday with a pencil on the doorframe. The marks are still there. She's never painted over them. The front porch where she sat on summer evenings and you'd join her sometimes, not talking, just sitting, which is a kind of conversation too. She's made the mortgage payment every single month for 26 years, sometimes easily, more often not easily at all. After your father left, she made it alone, working double shifts, selling things she didn't want to sell. Never once, not once, letting on to you how close to the edge things got some months. You found out later, as an adult. And the gratitude and the guilt hit you at the same time, and you've carried both ever since. The moment you decided to do this, you weren't in a dramatic situation. You weren't having a grand realization. You were sitting in your car outside a grocery store and you called her and she mentioned, casually, the way she always mentions things she's worried about casually, that the boiler needed replacing and she was figuring out the timing. And something in you went very still. She was figuring out the timing. On a boiler. In the house she'd lived in for 26 years. In the house she'd held on to through everything. She was doing the math. Can I afford this now or do I wait another month? The same math she'd been doing your entire childhood without ever letting you see the working. You got off the phone, sat in the parking lot, and decided. Not the boiler, the whole thing. Done. All of it. It took 3 weeks to arrange. You didn't tell anyone. Not your friends, not your siblings, not even your business partner. This was between you and her and no one else. You're in the car now, 20 minutes from her house, and you keep running through how this conversation goes. You've thought about making it elaborate. A letter, a framed document, something ceremonial. But that's not who either of you are. She would be embarrassed by ceremony. She would deflect and say it's too much and insist you take the money back. So you're going to walk in, sit down at the kitchen table and say it plainly. The way she taught you to say important things, directly, without decoration. The payment cleared this morning. The bank confirmed it. 23 years of remaining mortgage, gone. The house is hers. Fully, completely, irrevocably hers. You grip the steering wheel and breathe. She opens the door before you knock. She always knows somehow. Tea's already on the table, 2 cups. She knew you were staying. You sit down across from her. She asks about work, about your sleep, about whether you've been eating properly. You answer. You ask about her neighbors, about her garden, about the group she goes walking with on Thursday mornings. And then there's a pause. And you say, Mom, I need to tell you something. She puts her cup down, the way she does when she's paying full attention. The house is paid off. I took care of the mortgage, all of it. It's done. It's yours. Silence. Not the comfortable kind. The kind where a person is trying to reorganize the world inside their head to accommodate a new fact. What? She says, very quietly. The mortgage. I paid it. The bank will send you confirmation, but it's already done. The house is yours. She looks at her hands, then at you, then at her hands again, and then she cries. Not dramatically, the way she does everything, quietly, with dignity, looking slightly to the side like she doesn't want you to see. But you see. You've always seen. You reach across the table and put your hand over hers. You don't say anything, because there's nothing to say that the gesture doesn't already say better. You stay for 3 hours. She makes more tea. She makes food you didn't ask for and don't need but eat anyway, because refusing would be missing the point entirely. She doesn't bring up the house again directly. But something in the room is different. Lighter. You can feel it, she can too. This invisible weight that's been sitting in the corner of every room in this house for 26 years is just gone. At some point she says very simply, Your father would have been so proud. You nod. You don't trust your voice right now. She walks you to the door when you leave. Hold your face in both her hands the way she did when you were small, when you were leaving for school or coming home from somewhere. The gesture that meant, I see you, I love you, you are mine. Thank you, she says. Just that. You drive home in the dark, and somewhere on the highway you let yourself feel all of it. The gratitude, the love, the grief for your father, the satisfaction of a thing done that cannot be undone. There will be purchases in your life that thrill you, things you buy that make you feel something in the moment. None of them will feel like this. This is what money is actually for, not the things it gets you, the things it lets you do, the burdens it lets you lift, the love it lets you express in ways that last. The house is hers, fully and finally hers. And you, driving home in the dark, eyes a little wet, heart very full, you have never in your life felt richer.